Here we have for sale our 2016 on a 66 plate Ford Transit 290. That means it's got a 2.9 ton gross vehicle weight. This is the L2H2, which means it's medium wheelbase with a medium high roof. And it is the Trend 2.2 TDCI 125 brake horsepower 6-speed manual van. And what we're going to do is have a little walk around it. I'll show you the condition of the vehicle, seeing as it is now available for sale, and we'll talk a little bit about its history as well, and also the spec that you get on a Trend of this age. So starting at the rear of the vehicle, we can see that we've got the rear barn doors here. What I mean by barn doors is two opening doors like so. You can see here on the Trend we've got rear parking sensors there, nicely integrated into the rear bumper. If we open up the rear barn doors here, if we look inside, you'll see these little yellow tabs. If you push that towards the green lock, you can then open the rear doors out just past that 180 degree position there. You can do exactly the same with both doors. So again, just push it towards the green lock, and you can very simply open it right out there to, as I say, it's just past 180 degrees. In the back then, you can see that the van is fully ply lined. So one thing to mention, we actually previously supplied this vehicle, and the previous customer who had it was quite concerned about, really looking after his van, because he was going to be the only driver of the van, so he was very concerned about sort of looking after it, and that's where he requested that we fully ply line the bulkhead like so. He also wanted this sort of very thick marine grade ply lining in the back as well, which is a lot more sort of hard wearing and protective. So as I say, this has come from someone that, as I say, has really wanted to look after their van. I think that's evident in the condition of the van overall. It is in lovely condition, and he has looked after it in his time as well. One other thing to mention in regards to ownership is because that previous owner was not VAT registered, there is no VAT to pay on this vehicle. So it is extremely unusual to find a medium Transit with no VAT. It's I can't say that we've owned many over our time, so that is a rare opportunity. Looking on the exterior of the van now, as I say, at the condition, as I say, clearly he has looked after it. The rear doors, no dings or dents or anything like that I can see, being very looking at it with my most critical eye that I can. I mean, even looking down the passenger side here, it's all in very good order indeed. If we open up the side loading door, we can have a look. Gives you another aspect then of the load area in the back. There's plenty of tie down points here around the vehicle as well. Clearly, obviously, the vehicle is used. It is a used commercial vehicle at the end of the day, but as I say, you can see here that the bulkhead behind has been protected by this ply, so if you wanted to, you could take that off and reveal what is probably a very good condition bulkhead behind there. We supplied it with very low miles at the time. I think it was 9,000 miles when we supplied it a few years ago, and as you've probably seen on the advert, the mileage is still pretty low now. As we move, as I say, down the passenger side here, again, just looking at this from another angle, it is very clean and straight. I'm trying to look in any reflections and things, but it is very difficult to fault. On a Trend, you also get Trend wheel trims, which do set it off quite nicely. If we look at the front bumper, you also get front parking sensors as well. So you've got parking sensors front and rear, and you also get front fog lights as well as an addition over your standard van. And again, looking down the driver's side here, very similar story. Trying to look for any sort of dings or dents or anything like that. Trying to pick out anything that I can really fault this on. On the bonnet as well, I mean, there's not really even any stone chips on the bonnet. It has been very well looked after, I must say. There's an extra security lock on the driver's door, and we do have the key for that, which is just here. And on the note of keys, we have two full remote keys with the vehicle. Let's have a look in the cab. Let's have a look at the spec that we get in here. So we've got electric windows on top of the driver's door. We've also got electric folding mirrors, and that's how you operate those. Just push those into that down position. You've got auto-activated lights and wipers. This here is for a rooftop beacon. I'm not sure if you can see that, possibly up there, but you have got a nice LED beacon there on the roof. Of course, you could remove that if you wanted, but that's all working as it should. Plenty of adjustability on the driver's seat, so this controls the front of the driver's seat, the height here at the front, that going up or down. This controls the whole height of the seat, and then you've got a backrest adjustment there as well. Driver's armrest, which is on a ratchet, so you can set that to your desired height. You also get a leather multi-functioning steering wheel. On the right hand side, this is where you can control the volume controls for the radio. You can also answer and hang up the phone, so of course you've got Bluetooth phone prep as well. And then on the left hand side, this is where you control the onboard computer, which is up here. You can see the mileage there is only 24,733 miles. One other thing to note, the van is running at the moment, so it's all idling correctly. There's no warning lights or anything like that on the dashboard, and as a little bonus, you've got just over half a tank of fuel in it as well. Just looking on the left hand side of the steering wheel here, you've also got cruise control, which is a great addition for anyone who's going to be doing some motorway miles. There's a little hidden button just there. If you push on that, you can open up this storage here on top of the dashboard, and that reveals a USB, AUX and 12 volt socket just there. A lot of people I've seen, people trying to prise these open from these positions. That's actually to get a cable out. So if you were to place a sat nav here on the screen, you can run a cable out of there. That is what that's for. It's not for prizing it open. You've got a heated windscreen on here, and that's the actual elements in the screen. That's not just the blowers. As I mentioned, 6-speed manual gearbox. If we look up here on the screen up there as well, you can see that we've got the full parking sensor display there to show you where objects are located. Here's a quick look at the radio, which is where you can see that we've got the phone button there for the Bluetooth phone prep. We've got another 12 volt socket down there as well. And we've also got the fold down work tray. So you've got a couple of cup holders there and somewhere to store your paperwork. And you've also got storage here underneath the passenger seats. That's how you flip them up, and you can see you've got the towing eye located under there. You can do exactly the same with the far side passenger seat. But then again, just in terms of condition here in the cab, it is very difficult to fault. The seats are all in good order, no rips, tears, cigarette burns, there's no excessive wear or anything here. On the edge of the driver's seat, it's all in lovely order. You've also got some storage there above your head as well, which is quite nice because it's out with a line of sight. So just to summarise, Ford Transit 290, it's a medium. And what I mean by that, medium wheelbase with a medium high roof. Trend, so you've got plenty of spec on Trend, say things including parking sensors, heated windscreen, cruise control and more, things like auto lights as well. It is actually ULEZ compliant. I've checked that on the ULEZ website, so being a 66 plate, it does fall under the ULEZ compliance, so it means you don't have to pay the ULEZ fee going into the ultra low emissions zone areas such as London, and I've seen there's lots of plans as well for that to be introduced in different areas across the UK. And a massive bonus is that there is no VAT to pay on this Transit. If you'd like to inquire, please feel free to give us a call on either of the numbers listed there. We can arrange finance at very competitive rates on our vans, starting as low as 7.9% APR, and we can also take cars or vans in part exchange as well, so don't be afraid to throw something at us. We've taken motorbikes in the past in part exchange, but we'll give you a good fair price. Thank you very much for watching.